Hello and welcome to John's Author Diary for the weekend in August the 26th, 2018. Can't believe this is the last diary I'm going to record in August. This year is going far too fast. I've not got much to report this week. I've been carrying on with my second draft of the High Priestess, so that's coming along really nicely. I'd say I'm about 60% through the edit, so I'm hoping to get that finished by the end of next week. I've also been writing a short story for the Otaku on Writing podcast, and I'm really excited about this story. It's a lot of fun. We watched a terrible anime called The Guyver, which is something I really liked when I was about 12, but revisiting it as a guy in his mid-30s, it really doesn't hold up. But what we do on the podcast is, after we've done our review episode, we come back a week later and brainstorm some ideas based on what we've watched. And we actually came up with a really cool concept. And I actually think it's a strong enough idea to sustain maybe a series of collaborative novels or something along those lines. I said last week that I'd been getting auditions for the audiobook of Blind Gambit. I narrowed the shortlist down to 4 people, and after going back and forth, I selected one that was a part of this audiobook company. So I'm hoping that this will lead to more sales and more people getting interested in the book, because this was a bit of an interesting one. It had a very strong release, very strong launch. And even though it's been getting a lot of reads on Kindle Unlimited, which is the Amazon subscription service for ebooks, it's not actually selling that many copies. Part of this is because it's a standalone novel, and you'll recall a few months back that I stopped writing Blind Reset because I wasn't happy with how the story was going. And the way things are looking at the moment, I don't think I'll be revisiting that series. I think it'll just be a standalone. Now, I've mentioned before that I've been involved in a short story anthology collection called the Ulteruvium Expanse, which is a collection of short stories all inspired by the same prompt, but they're also released individually by the authors. They all share similar covers and lead into each other. And so we did a group promo this week where we put all of the books for free and worked together to get them into as many hands as possible. Now, I gave away 740 copies of the story Clockwork Titan, which is better than some paid promos that I've done, so I was very happy with that. Now, in the back of the book, I've got links to my Ravenglass Chronicles series, so this is my epic fantasy serial, and so there's a link to the first book of that, which is also free, and that's been doing very well in the free charts. Last time I checked, it was #1 in several fantasy categories. And the pre-orders for The Magician, which is a follow-up, have been coming in nicely. So I feel really excited about this series. I think it's got a lot of potential. And the first reviews are coming in and they've all been really positive. Now, there was one review which infuriated me, and that wasn't because of the opinions expressed in it. The idea of a review is you're expressing your opinion about something. So if people don't like what I've done, that's neither here or there to me. It's not really any of my business what other people like or don't like. But what infuriated me about this review was that it was based on a beta version of the text. And so the reviewer actually highlighted some errors that he'd found within the manuscript, which were no longer there. So I spent all morning trying to hunt out these errors, found out they weren't there. I got in touch with him and I said, where are these errors? I can't find them. And he informed me where he'd got the text from. So he hadn't even read the edition that was available on Amazon. He'd essentially read a later draft of the text. And then he also said that the free book was just to get people to buy a paid book that was slightly longer. Now, the full is 35 pages on Amazon, so it's a novelette length. The Magician isn't even released yet, so it's on pre-order. The manuscript that is on there is a bit of a standing manuscript, and it's 88 pages, which is more than double. So that annoyed me, because I spent a lot of time trying to work out what the errors were, because I don't want to put out a shoddy product. And so it was just a very inaccurate review. And I don't usually respond to these, I don't usually respond to reviews, but I did in that instance, just to clarify things to anyone who does read the review. So I've had no questions this week, but if you want to send me a question, it's john@johncronshaw.com, or you can find me on Twitter @JLCronshaw. I'm also on Instagram now, so that's John Cronshaw Author. And if you want to read the full, which is free right now, go to tinyurl.com/ravenglass, and that will take you to the page. So until next time, cheerio.